As most of us already know, the next two updates are already on the horizon. Now, one's a bit more shrouded in mystery and very likely unpredictable, especially considering what this quality of life update turned into. But the other is guaranteed to be a character refresh. A character refresh that we believe will be for none other than WX-78. Now, we already briefly talked about the what ifs of this upcoming rework, diving into maybe Wagstaff's influence, a little more of the outlandish changes that they might bring, and mention how they might even go the route of turning down the notch on our automaton friend at the end of the day. And that's great. I always love to get the conversation going. But it really was just a conversation with no real gameplay. So then, I thought, why not just cobble together a bunch of WX-78 rework mods out there, put them together, and kinda see what a WX rework could potentially be. And to start, we have the WX-78 The Survivor mod here from Skittles Sour, which, appropriately enough, only came out a couple weeks ago. Now, the mod does a couple things right. Most notably, new ways to get overcharged. The main one being touching a lightning rod, everybody. Oh yes, I think this is one that we are gonna see. Mostly because there's a lot of you out there begging Klei for this exact flippin' thing. But if we are going to go the route of electrical damage overcharging WX, why stop there? Why not have it to where other things do it? Like, I don't know, the only mob in the game that can have electrical charges. I don't know why he's not hitting me. He's supposed, there we go. There we go, everybody. So, why not have electric ghosts overcharge us? I know it's a situation that not many of us are going to be in, but it's still appropriate, and it could be a background perk to add to the character. It's great stuff, but ask yourself this. What if we added one final thing to being overcharged? We have speed, we have light, heck, we even have a little bit of winter insulation. But what if we worked a teensy tiny bit faster when overcharged too? Meaning we mine faster, as well as chop faster. And I mean like, a lot faster. The only thing though, it might be a little too good then, especially with how long it might last at the end of the day. So maybe cut down on the speed, cut down on the lights, and cut down on how long it lasts? I don't know, but I did like this idea of being literally overcharged to the point where a robot works faster. It makes sense to me. Oh, and I almost forgot this. When we get overcharged, what if our damage was equal to electric damage, everybody? Yeah, I am not dealing 34 damage to this thing. Nope, not at all. I really like this. This makes sense to me. When we're overcharged, all of our attacks are electric damage modified. Yup, I'm in. And finally, this might surprise you, but I actually enjoy the fact that his stats are brought down to 100 across the board with this mod. I think that is something that Klei should do. Bring him back to his Don't Starve levels, but only if they kind of play around with these next bits. Bits taken from Beckett's reliable WX-78 mod, something that's been around for quite some time, mind you, as well as Heroic's WX-78 Stranger Newer Powers mod, something that's been around even longer than the last one. And some of the bits are as follows. WX will spawn in with 5 gears. Now, I do not agree with the amount. Make it 2 gears. Just to give people an idea, oh, wait a minute, I can eat gears and upgrade with this character. But hold up, Beard. Doesn't that go against literally what you just said? You want to nerf the guy's stats, but you give him 5 gears to upgrade immediately? What gives? Well, what if he could only upgrade to 250 stats across the board? That's what I mean. If you combine the fact that you're nerfing his stats, but also make it to where maybe gears can heal him more, but not upgrade him more, I think there might be a sweet spot in here. But as for some other pretty interesting tidbits tossed into the potential pool of perks, we can have Clockworks being neutral to WX. Can't say I know how I feel about this one, but hey, what if we were able to make our own broken Clockworks on the surface, only to then be able to repair them for guaranteed actual follower Clockworks that are not broken? To add to the list of potential overcharge sources, we can eat electrical doodads. And you know what? I actually kind of like this idea, but make the duration of the overcharge temporary for sure. And finally, on that very same note, have fun with how long Overcharge will last if you have fun with varying different sources. Say we get struck by lightning. The main source, it lasts about 2 days, right? Maybe we touch a lightning rod, it lasts about a day and a half, maybe less. We eat an electrical doodad, it lasts half a day. That's where I'm getting at. The reliable WX mod makes it to where all overcharges last for 3 days, and that is way too flippin' much. But at the end of the day, it was an idea, folks, which is what this video is comprised of. And next up, Dreamstate's WX-78 mod that asks the question, why not make water more dangerous? Unfortunately, the mechanic in question isn't quite working right now, but it's easy enough to explain. We take 0.5 damage every 3 to 5 seconds in normal Don't Starve Together when we're wet as WX. This mod is just asking, what if we doubled that? I'm simply asking, okay, what if we just made being wet as WX way more of a big deal? That's the point. But finally, at least for us here today, just 2 final topics of conversation brought up by Albert's WX-78 rework mod here, and Daka's Dahad's Electric Milk Charges WX-78 mod here. A mod that has a title that literally spoils what I'm gonna bring up. So as we know, WX can eat stale and spoiling food with absolutely zero penalty. And that's because he's a flippin' robot, for Pete's sake. But if that's true, why does monster meat still affect him? I mean, it's not affecting him now because the mod's enabled. But yeah, he's a robot, right? So shouldn't he be able to eat this with a literal iron stomach? I don't know. Maybe his animation will give us a little glimpse as to maybe why he is more of a humanoid than anything else. But it's a question to be asked. Should we be able to eat monster meat, zero penalty, as a flippin' robot? And last but certainly not least, one final source of overcharge, everybody. Being able to drink electric milk. And my golly, it looks like the mod took it a little too seriously. But the point is this. Drinking electric milk makes us electrified. And there you have it, everyone. Just an absolutely thrown together mess of all sorts of selected perks taken from all sorts of WX-78 rework mods out there. So thank you, Skittle Sour, for your WX-78 The Survivor mod, Beckett for your reliable WX-78 rework mod, Heroic for your WX-78 Stranger Newer Powers, Dreamstate for your WX-78 rebalancing here and there, Albert for your monster meat idea within your WX-78 rework mod, and finally, once again, Daka Daha's Electric Milk Charges WX-78 mod, which gives us exactly what it says it's gonna give us. Folks, I have absolutely no idea when to expect this rework and what's gonna be in it. I just wanted to have some fun here today by refreshing the character before Klei did themselves. And who knows, with how Klei's been pulling from mods lately for their own boss reworks, for Pete's sake, we might even see plenty of what we saw here today officially in-game soon enough. But thanks for watching, everyone. Well wishes to all. Continue the conversation down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.